In this video, I'm going to be discussing local SEO, so it's local search engine optimization, which is applicable for businesses that have a local customer base. So if you run a business whereby people either come to you or you travel out locally to customers within a short radius of where you live or where your business is, then this is an absolute must for you. So in this video, I'm going to be unlocking the secrets to boosting your local search presence and outranking your competitors. So who is this for? This is for if you've got a local business, like I said. So for example, if you're a healthcare professionals like doctors, dentists, and therapists, or maybe you're in the real estate agency game, or maybe you provide home services such as plumbers, electricians, or roofing, or maybe you're in the automotive industry like car garages, car dealerships, and so on. So you get the point. So basically, it's for local businesses. So if you're a local business, you need to understand local SEO. Now, what I want you to do, I want you to keep watching, because what I'm going to be doing, I want to be covering 8 local SEO factors that have been documented by a leading SEO tool, which is called Moz. So I'll be summarizing some of these points, and the last few points are the absolute must points, whereby a lot of businesses, they underestimate the power of these points, which I'm going to be covering in my video. So there'll be totally 8 points in total, and I'll be giving a brief introduction to each of the points of what you need to be doing if you're a local business to get your website ranked on Google, so that your business can be seen instead of your competitors constantly winning business, because that's what typically happens, right? Your competitors are always winning the business, and you're wondering, what are they doing different that you're not doing? Guys, we're just about to start the show, and if you're interested in learning more about how to promote your local business, do yourself a favor, not just me a favor, do yourself a favor and hit that subscribe button, hit the notifications button, do it right now, because 70% of people who are watching my videos constantly are not even subscribed to my channel, and yet they tend to consume my content every single week. So hit that subscribe button, because when I do create new content, you'll be the first to be notified. So let's get into 8 local SEO factors, and the first one being Google Business Profile Factors. Now, Google businesses, when you go to a Google page and you conduct a search, so for example, car garages near me, you'll get shown some businesses, and you can bet that the businesses that you'll be shown on the Google Map section are local businesses. In other words, they are local to where you are. Now, it's important that you have a Google Business Profile account, but not only that, you've optimized it. How do you go about optimizing it? Let me tell you 3 different ways. Now, the first one is the title of your business. Now, for example, if your garage is called Jim's Car Garages or Jim's Exhaust Repairs Near Me, that is more likely to be picked up from Google than if your garage is simply called Jim's in Birmingham, right? So the keywords that are used in your title have a massive factor in determining whose business gets listed at the top of the Google page. But obviously, we do understand that this cannot be manipulated. So if you've got to use whatever business it is, right? So you can't go about changing your business title, but it is certainly a factor that Google uses to determine whose business gets ranked on the Google page. The second one is the category. So have you checked which category your business is listed in? So if you are a car garage, you could list your business in sections like automotive repair shop or auto repair shop, car garages, exhaust systems, tire repairs, and so on, right? So then Google's going to look at these categories to determine whether the person who's searching for your business and your business, are they in the relevant categories. The last one is the strength of your website. So have you connected your Google Maps to your website? Now, if your website is doing well, so if it's established within Google, then that establishment, that authority, is going to be passed back to your Google Maps. So in return, your Google Maps is going to be doing so much more better than somebody else's Google Maps profile who's got a very weak Google Maps Google website, which is optimized within Google or carries a very low domain authority. So make sure that these three factors are looked into when you're looking into your Google Maps optimization. The second one is your on-page factors. Now, these are things like your domain authority. It's a metric that is being bought by a company called Moz. So basically, it's a measure to say the higher your domain authority, the more likely that Google is going to trust your website and your business compared to your competitor's website. So, for example, a domain authority could go from 0 to 100. Now, I've yet to meet a business who's got a domain authority of 100. But let's say, for example, if your domain authority is 20 and your competitor's domain authority is 40 out of 100, it's more likely that Google is going to trust your competitor because Google has, or Moz has rated that website domain authority as 40. So in other words, it's got a lot more trust in it. It's got a lot. Google probably recognizes that website a lot more. It's been established a lot more longer. It's optimized its website often. It's got good quality content and so on. So your domain authority is an absolute must that you check, and you can check it by using the Moz's free domain authority checking tool. The second one is NAP, and NAP stands for name, address, and phone number. So what's really important, especially for local SEO, is to ensure that whatever name, your company name, address, and phone number that you have used, it's mapped to every other location whereby you might have advertised your business, whether it's directories, blogs, your Google Maps profile. It must be exactly the same, because this is how Google's going to know that, hey, this is the same business. It's got the same name, it's got the same address, and it's got the same phone number, including the format of your phone number, for example. So if you're starting your phone number off with your international dialing code, like +44, whatever, then make sure that it's consistent. So the way it's displayed on your website is the way it's displayed on your Google Maps profile, and the way it's displayed on directories, your citations, and so on. The third factor, on-page factor, is your optimization. How well have you optimized your tags, and so that Google can understand what your website's all about? How well have you optimized your content? How much have you spoken about your local your local area, for example, right? Or the areas that you cover. So what are the local cities or towns that you've covered? Because these are all signals going towards your local optimization to say, hey, this website is about a local business, because it's got references in it about your local towns, your local cities, and everything else. So it's all giving Google signals to say how well your on-page factors are optimized to give Google that indication that, hey, this is a local business. So we want to prioritize this business over a business that might be quite far away from where your target customers are. Third one is review factors. So what I mean by that is you've got to get people to review your business, like, for example, on Google Maps or Google Business Profile, as they now call it. Or if you're using another platform like Trustpilot, then great, because Google recognizes that you can talk about your business all day long to say how good your business is. But what Google wants to know is, what are other people saying about your business who may have used your products or services? And it's going to use those as signals to say how it's going to rank your business. So the number of reviews is important, but not only the number of reviews, but the consistency of reviews. In other words, that it's not going to be the case that, hey, you've gone out and you got 50 reviews today and you're going to walk away from it. Google wants to know that, are you continuously getting reviews, like maybe a review every single week or a couple of reviews every single week, and so on. So it's looking for that consistent pattern. Local SEO is a long-term game. There are no shortcuts to it. You've got to carry on. It could be that you might be getting these for months and months and months and not seeing anything happen. Google is just testing you. And then all of a sudden, you're going to surge up and say, what's this happened here? What's changed? And what's changed is Google has now recognized that you are getting consistent number of reviews on a regular basis for a period of time. The last one for reviews is the quality of the reviews. So it's not just important to have a good quantity of reviews, but what are the actual reviews? Are people rating you as 5-star, or are people rating you as 1-star? So what's your average review? So if your average review is, let's say, 3.5 out of 5, and you've got a competitor whose average review is 4.8, then needless to say, Google is going to favor them compared to you. So it's important that not only are you getting reviews, but you're getting good quality reviews. So so people are ranking you as, hey, this is a good service this company is offering. It's a good company. I highly recommend that you use this company, and so on. So these are 3 of the basic review factors. There are obviously a lot more, but in this video, I'm not going to go into too much detail. I'm just trying to cover the basics for local SEO. The 4th ranking factor for local SEO is your citation factors. And this is you putting your business and getting it listed on local directories or platforms which serve a local audience. For example, Yelp or Nextdoor and so on. And there's a whole load more. Depending on which country you're in, you'll know what these platforms are which promote local businesses. So what's really important is, first of all, we spoke about NAP earlier on, name, address, and phone number. And again, in citations, it's really important that you use a consistent name, company name, the way it's spelled, your address. If you're mentioning your city or your town, then mention it in your citations whenever you're listing your site on these platforms. So your phone number, exactly the same phone number and the same format. Then how many platforms are you listing your business on? Which citations, right? So it's not just good enough to list them on 2 or 3, but it must really be a continuous exercise that you're doing on a regular type of basis, because Google is going to look at this as factors to say, hey, there's a lot of platforms who specialize in local businesses that this business or your business is actually listed in. And last one is the quality of the citations. How well have your profiles been set up? Is it just a basic profile? Have you really added images, descriptions, tags? And if there's reviews on those platforms, then what are the reviews like? So you might be saying, hey, my main reviews are going to be on Google Maps, for example, but all these platforms have a review policy as well, and a review mechanism, so people can go onto this platform and review your business. So if that's the case, then how are your reviews on those platforms and not just on your own platforms? Guys, if you're liking what I'm saying so far, please do me a favor and do hit that subscribe button, because this is gold dust for people who are interested in local SEO. There's a lot more topics that I can cover, right? And there's a lot more detail I can get into. Just request it. Put a comment in the comment box below. I'd love to hear from you. What are you doing, or what is your local business? Tell me in the comments below, what is your local business and what are you doing to promote your local business? And do any of these strategies that I'm telling you resonate with you or your local marketing strategy? So let's get on with the show. Do remember to hit that subscribe button, guys. Number 5 is link factors. So this is where your website is being linked, or people are linking to your website from their website, for example, blogs or forums. So it's really important to actually get this done. So what's really important is that when you're getting these links, if you know people within your industry, then you should be telling them, hey, could you put a link from your website to my website, or from your blog to my website? Because Google counts that as an endorsement. So the more people that are linking to you, the more Google is going to look at it as signals to say, hey, other people are talking about this website, so there must be something about this website that I need to know about. However, when you are getting the links, Google will look at these factors. It will look at the domain authority of the website that's linking to you, that what is their domain authority, not just what's your domain authority, but what is their domain authority. So if they've got an established website, so if they've got a domain authority of, let's say 40 or 50 or 60, right, Google's going to really respect that website. So when they link to your website, Google can say, hey, I'm definitely going to endorse that because I can see that it's coming from a trusted source. Not only that, but the relevancy. So it's not just good enough to get links from random websites. The websites that link to you must be in your industry sector. Last but not least is the anchor text. So it's not just enough for the people to link to your website, but then when they are linking to your website, what text are they using? Are they using just click here, or are they using your main keyword? So if it's a car garage, are they using the word car garage? I generally say 30% of your anchor text, or the way people link to you, should be relevant to your main keywords, and the rest should be a combination of your website, click here, and more natural, because you don't want every single website to link to you using the word car garage, for an example. The sixth way is behavioral factors. So these are things like, when you got a website, Google's going to look at what is your click-through rate, your CTR, that how many people are looking at the Google page and then actually clicking to see your website compared to your competitor's website. So what's really important is that you've got good titles, you've got good meta descriptions, which are going to entice people to click on your website compared to your competitor. So these are signals that Google is looking at. It's also looking at something called dwell time, and that is, how long are people staying on your website for? So if you think that you're providing good service, then it's natural that people are going to spend a longer period of time on your website as opposed to just going onto your website and getting off your website. Because if they do that, if somebody comes onto your website and moves off your website straight away, it's going to be something called bounce rate, which means that, hey, the user did not find your content relevant or of quality and it's moved away. So it's really important to make sure that when people are on your website, you got good information there, well laid out, easy to use, and they're looking at each other's pages, different pages, so that Google's sending Google a signal that when people are on your website, they're spending some time on your website. And like I said before, that engagement signals, and what that is that they're not just looking at one page, they're scrolling down the page, they're clicking onto other options and so on. So they're finding interest in your business to be relevant to what they're searching for. So behavioral signals is something that Google really does look at, because ultimately they want to give a great user experience to people who are using Google. Personalization factors. So these are things that you don't really have too much control of, but it is worthwhile knowing about. And this is, for example, locality. So you could find that somebody's doing a search on Google and the results that they see on the screen are local to them, because Google is looking at how local are these businesses compared to what the user is typing in, right? Past search history. So again, Google is heading more towards personalization. It's showing people results that are more relevant to them based on not just their location, but also based on things that they might have searched for previously. Thirdly, device and time of day. So it knows that who are people that are likely to engage with your business or get in touch with your business, depending on what device they're looking at, mobile or desktop, the day of week, the time of the day. So these are all signals that Google are looking at, which you don't really have too much control of, but it's worthwhile knowing that, hey, this is why somebody might have seen your competitor's business or your business compared to anybody else's. Last but not least, negative factors. Now, this is one that's really underestimated and people just don't really pay too much attention to it, but it is absolutely key that you pay attention to negative factors. And this is things that Google will deem as being more harmful to people who are potentially searching Google and looking at your website. And these are things like hacked websites. So if Google sees that your website may have had a malware virus at some point in time, then that's going to count against you, or your website's been hacked, right? So slowly, Google's going to de-rank your website. So your website's is not going to be seen because it's marked your website as it's either been hacked at some point in time, or it's got some sort of a malware virus. So it's really key that you look at the health of your website on a regular basis. If you're running WordPress, make sure your plugins are all up to date and so on. Inaccurate citations. So you might have paid somebody to get you lots of citations, but the citations that they got are of very poor quality. So that again is going to count against you, because that's like spamming. So Google can say that, hey, even though they got citation, they're very low quality. So the other one is poor quality links. So you might have got lots of backlinks to your website, which is what we covered earlier on. But again, the quality of those links could be extremely poor. So in which case, Google is going to say, hey, even though they've got links, they're very poor quality links. So therefore, I'm not going to really take these links into any of my algorithmic factors to determine this local business for local SEO. So that then brings me on to, can local SEO help your business? Tell me in the comments below, either type in yes or no. Tell me the name of your business. Whereabout are you located? The name and your location. I'd love to hear from you, because I'd love to hear where viewers of this video are hanging out on, which part of the world, which country, which location. Just comment below and let me know the name of your business and whether you think local SEO can help you. And on that subject, if you need help on promoting your local business, then just get in touch. There'll be a link in the comment below. Get in touch with me. Either myself or a member of my team will reach out to you. We can even carry out a free digital marketing audit for you to tell you exactly what you can do to promote your business. And we can also, as part of that, look at what your competitors are doing to promote their business. So strategies which you might be missing out on, and some of these could be really quick wins. So do get in touch. I'd love to hear from you. And please guys, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit the notifications button right now. Just do it, right? Just hit that notification button right now, and you'll be helping me to grow this channel and to serve more people, to help more businesses grow and get more profitable. Thank you, and I look forward to seeing you on another video. But before I do go, make sure you check out this video here. And this video is to help other strategies to promote local businesses. So make sure you check out this video. I look forward to seeing you on another show. Goodbye for now.